In terms of deen, Allah is essentially has given each one of us different potential, different strengths, which was true of the Sahaba radiallahu anhum ajma'in and before them. Even if you study the lives of the prophets, different prophets have different strengths. Even Allah describes, فَضَّلْنَا بَعْضَهُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ مِنْهُمْ مَنْ كَلَّمَ اللَّهُ وَرَفَعَ بَعْضَهُمْ دَرَجَاتٍ. Why did He distinguish between them? We give them different preferences, different strengths. Why? Because Allah did not want humanity to be one thing. He says, وَجَعَلَّكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ لِتَعَارَفُوا. He made you, they translate this, He made you into nations and tribes. That's not a good translation. Sha'ab in Arabic is a hole in a wall. When a wall is nice and there's some broken part? Like in America, we don't see that a lot because it's all sheetrock and the imperfections get covered. But if you go to like Pakistan or back home countries where they have like cement walls and actual brick walls, some part of it chips off and falls off, and there's a hole. When you see those imperfections, that's called a sha'ab. Allah calls every nation a sha'ab. Why? Because it's made up of citizens that are together, like a wall, but it's never perfect. No nation is ever perfect. Every nation has some flaw. Just like every human being has some flaw. And He says you have to learn to get to know each other, because what is your weakness is somebody else's strength. And their weakness is your strength. So you will learn from them and they will learn from you. This is why Allah put human beings together. When human beings come together, Musa a.s. is put together with his brother. Why? هُوَ أَفْصَحُ مِنِّي لِسَانًا. He's a better speaker than I am. I have a flaw, but he doesn't have that. He'll strengthen me. I'll be his strength, he'll be my strength. أُشْدُدْ بِهِ أَزْرِي وَأَشْرِكْهُ فِي أَمْرِي. Use him to support me. I need backup, and the best backup is him. So Allah made us dependent on one another. He made us dependent on one another. When you discover yourself, your shakila, you'll also identify in yourself, and I will identify in myself, what am I good at, and also what am I not good at? What do I need help in? So you know the right, and then you'll identify the people who can help you cover those gaps. And as you learn that, then you realize that so long as we are on the road, we are not comparing ourselves to anybody. If Allah made you good at something, how will you serve Allah and His creation using what He gave you? If He made you good at speaking, speak. If He made you good at teaching, teach. If He made you good at writing, write. If He made you good at building, build. If He made you good at engineering, engineer. What is it that He made your mind and your physical ability amazing at? You have to find that in yourself and put it to work. And you don't say to yourself, well, I'm not really good at anything. That's a lie. That's not true. Allah gave everybody a shakila. And He gave everybody a way to get guidance towards Him. He made you good at something. He made you able to do some kind of good. And good doesn't just mean ibadah to Allah. Good means good towards other people. How can you benefit other people in some way? At the very least, how do you benefit people around you? In your family, among your friends. But it grows further than that. If you become more ambitious, you say, how do I benefit society? How do I benefit humanity? How do I do something bigger than myself? But it won't happen if you're not even of benefit to the people closest to you first. Right? So this ayah, I'll start over again. So as we conclude, to wrap everything up, Allah says, tell them everybody should work, or everybody better put themselves to work according to their shakila, according to the road that is uniquely crafted for them, and according to the unique talents and abilities and strengths and weaknesses that were given to them, which are different from everybody else. So they never compare themselves to anyone else. And they don't say, hey, why do I have this difficult road and this one has an easy road? You're not interested in comparison. That's no longer the case. That doesn't concern you. Their road and what they were given and what they were not given, that's with Allah. And your road is with Allah. And He knows who to give what. According to what, So He says, فَرَبُّكُمْ أَعْلَمُ بِمَنْ هُوَ أَهْدَى. And your Master knows who is more guided, who's more valuable in terms of guidance, and who's closer to guidance as they traverse the path. مَنْ هُوَ أَهْدَى سَبِيلًا. So beautiful this ayah. So profound this ayah. That you start valuing every experience in your life. You start thinking about every one of the things that you've gone through and how that can help craft you as a human being. How is it making you a stronger person? How is it that you learn something from it and you can help somebody else with it? You can be of service to somebody else with it.